Hello, everybody. I'm Bob Sherman. Do you recall the fascinating session Downtown Music presented last September with visuals, narrations, and original music combining to bring to life Unspoken Tales? Well, the good news is that we only heard part one. So today, here come more explorations of real-life immigrant journeys from composer-pianist Pablo Mayor and flutist storyteller Anna Povich de Mayor. Actually, we'll be enjoying previews of a sort because these segments will be combined and further expanded into a major project planned for a world premiere toward the end of this year. One such additional area will be dance, with special guest Daniel Fetecua. He's former soloist of the renowned Jose Limon Company, adding the expressive power of movement to the already gripping narrations. The husband and wife Mayors, I am proud to add, are Westchester neighbors living in Tarrytown and active in acquainting local communities with the rhythmic variety and melodic beauty of Latin American music. A distinctive cultural event is at hand today, in other words, and yet another unique presentation of downtown music. Olé!
Hi, and welcome back to Downtown Music at Grace. I'm Anna Povich de Mayor. Pablo Mayor and I are very happy to be back for the second in our series of storytelling through music. Today, we broaden our concept of storytelling to include dance with the renowned dancer and choreographer from Colombia, Daniel Fetecua. Where often dialogue has its limitations, our aim with Unspoken Tales is to share the experience of immigrants from all over the world in hopes of gleaning an understanding that can make us more sensitive and tolerant people, and appreciate even more the rich diversity that makes our country so unique. Enjoy. This is our home. This, our land. Thank you, O Creator. Thank you, Mother Earth. We are the Lenni Lenape, an Algonquin-speaking people. From time immemorial, this has been our home. Creator gave us our mission here to be the caretakers. After a long time, others began to arrive. The Dutch, the English, different looking, different speaking, different customs. Many stayed. Our ancestral lands were taken from us. Many of us died. Yet 500 years later, here we are still doing our work, still lifting up our prayers, still proud to belong to the original people of this continent. This is our home. This our land. Thank you, O Creator. Thank you, Mother Earth. The Native Americans were the first people to inhabit this land. And the Lenape tribe in particular inhabited the land where Grace Church lies in Westchester, New York today. In the end, if we are not Native Americans, we are all immigrants. Our first concert highlighted the life of a Portuguese immigrant living in Sleepy Hollow, New York. His story of coming here was mainly one of love. In the land of port wine, I was born. And since I was young, I wanted to see the world. I was told if I care, I will find the flowers. If I care, I will find the good. From Portugal to Brazil, 1954, selling my bread and finding my beloved. But our Portuguese story wasn't just about love. It was also war that brought this gentleman across the seas. After leaving Portugal as a young child, making a life in Rio, and meeting his beloved, it was not love in the end that ultimately pushed him to leave what he knew and had established. At the time when he met his beloved in Brazil, Salazar was ruling his homeland of Portugal. Mussolini loomed elsewhere in Europe, and the military took control of Brazil. It was the sight of dead bodies alongside the road where he was living in Rio, the violence and the war, and fear that pushed him to board a ship with his beloved and his newborn baby and flee to a foreign land. If you do not have peace, if you lose your freedom, a force carries you to find that peace no matter the cost. And the love that you have inside of you sustains you. Our Portuguese story has a happy ending. A man who built a successful business in Sleepy Hollow and planted thousands of trees along parkways all the way to Albany. He even planted the trees in front of the Statue of Liberty that beckoned him when he came many years before. People come to this land for many reasons, for love, for war, for opportunity. Some come welcomed, but others do not always feel accepted and at home. Each wave of immigration in this country has brought with it resistance to the newcomer. In the 1980s, green cards were easily gotten. I left the Emerald Isle, my green ancestral home, to earn greenbacks on the Isle of Manhattan. One day, a lady on the subway asks if I'm Irish. Why, yes, I say, proud of my homeland. Ashamed, she says, we have too many of you immigrants here. Trucka, 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 trucka. The noisy subway rattled on. I left my angry retort to that woman unsaid. For a while, though, the green in me turned red. Many would rather not leave their beautiful homeland, like the Dominican story we shared on our first presentation. Poverty forces many Latin Americans to leave in order to feed their families. Many have hopes of returning to their beautiful homeland and spend all their life saving money to send home or to save for their return. But with time, these immigrants become a part of this country too. The idea in coming here to beautiful Sleepy Hollow was always to return home, back to our beautiful Mexico. With its mountains and rivers, its markets and fiestas. For 40 years here, I carried my country and my people in my heart. For 40 years, I trimmed trees, planted shrubs, laid fieldstone walls. The good people paid me fairly, even giving me an aguinaldo, the Christmas bonus the employers back home would give in the Mexico I carried in my heart for 40 years. My wife and I never planned to stay here, no. Our intention was always to go back home when we were old. We would build a little house there, live out the final years over there in our Mexico lindo y querido. Well, we are old now, yet here we are. Why is that? It's because of the children and the grandchildren who came to life here during all those blessed 40 years. Nowadays, home for us is something twice as big as it was before. Inside of us, this country and that country reside together. Our hearts have learned to expand so we can carry them both.
As promised, a deeply moving and musically exciting adventure, part of Pablo and Anna Mayor's evolving project called Unspoken Tales, today further enhanced by the choreographic and dance movements of Daniel Fetecua. Downtown Music has been honored to present these previews of what will expand and evolve, with luck, of course, and this year into the world premiere of a major multimedia arts project. Are you grateful for such talent and innovation coming right into your home and without charge? Would you like to partner in future presentations? You can join our presenting family by making a contribution to Downtown Music, thus helping ensure equally superb future presentations. Just go to the website dtmusic.org. Again, dtmusic.org, and you'll see a great big donation buttons, an easy alternative to the collection basket that we used to use and we will again when we can gather in Grace Church. Meanwhile, speaking of superb presentations, next week we will have a return visit from two world-class artists who enchanted our live audience last season with a variety of folk, klezmer, and classical pieces. I'm referring to the clarinetist David Krakauer and his pianist partner Kathleen Tagg. One more thing, which may or may not be a plus. Instead of just a disembodied voice, I will be there in full color, discussing life in these pandemic times with David and Kathleen. And of course, we'll hear all their music. Should be an equally wonderful hour, so see you next Wednesday as we turn the corner into February with Downtown Music. I'm Bob Sherman.